Okay, so let's do our warm-ups and just some all-purpose yoga today. So feet hip width apart, toes straight ahead. Get your core activated and your spine straight. Push the sitting bones and spine and base of the skull away from each other and relax your shoulders. Spread your toes and breathe. Draw in energy and awareness, letting that whole belly open with the breath as you fill your lungs. And as you exhale, empty it completely. Get all that stress out along with the toxins. And then inhaling, bring your arms to shoulder level, stretch your fingertips out. Exhale, hands to your heart, stretch to the front, and clasp your hands behind you. Press them to the floor, lifting your heart, and stretch your spine for our upper body back bend. Pivot over at your hips, exhale down. Go as far as you'd like, lift your sitting bones, bring your hands toward your head. Feel those shoulders start to work a little bit. And don't forget to breathe. Move your chin around, get your neck released. And then bend your knees slightly, start at the bottom of your spine, and wind all the way up. And again, lift your heart. So nice back bend as you come to the top. Stretch your head back, but don't crunch your neck. And then inhale upright, release your arms, and take a moment feeling your body respond. And again, just stretch the spine. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Stretch to the front and clasp your hands behind you. Take a moment to breathe, stretching up and back. Exhale over with those fingers, cross the other way. And again, deepen into that position as much as you like, lifting the sitting bones, stretching your legs, deepening head toward your legs. And once more, when you're ready, inhale your way all the way up into that upper body for your back bend. And again, spreading your toes, stretching your spine, and lifting your heart. Inhale upright, exhale, and release. Take a breath, feel your body, get ready for our side stretches. So let's bring the arms out, palms toward the ceiling, hands over your shoulders, and then clasp your hands above your head. Take a moment to bring your arms by your ears and your sitting bones down and your head up, and make sure you're not twisting as you lean to the side and feel those ribs stretch apart. Push the foot you're leaning away from down for that extra oomph in that stretch. And then inhale back up, shoulders are down as you switch the other hand to the front and bring your arms back by your ears. Again, stretch everything apart, lean to the other side. Foot down, hands away, opening through the ribs. Make sure you're not leaning forward. Stretch it out. And again, inhale to the top, keep the shoulders down, and bring the arms back to your sides. Feel those sides more open, spine stretched, and stretch it apart for our twist. So arms at shoulder level, palms up, hands over your shoulders, clasp your elbows. Stretch it apart, exhale to the opposite side, or to a side, either one. Take a breath, stretch it up, and exhale over. And again, just deepen as much as you'd like to go. Breathing, lift your sitting bones, drop your arms toward your legs, and lift up through the hips. Inhale your way up, keeping the weight on both feet in your twist, and lift your heart. Shoulders down, elbows back, and feel that chest open. And then inhale upright, exhale around to the center and switch your arms, balance it out, spread your toes, stretch apart in the spine, and turn to the other side. Another breath in, exhale over. And just deepen as much as you'd like, going as far down as you want. Sitting bones up, arms by your ears. And again, in the twist with the weight on both feet evenly, work your way up into the upper body for your back bend. Again, take a moment, breathing, just stretching out through the elbows and head. And then inhale up, exhale to the center, arms up, shoulders down, extended mountain, spread your toes. Feel that support even on the bottoms of your feet. Take a moment, breathing. Keep your arms by your ears, pivot forward and stretch. Sitting bones and crown away from each other, arms right by your ears, fingertips reaching out. And then drop into ragdoll and just stretch in that hang, letting gravity do the work. And then a little deeper if you want with your hands behind your legs. Arms to the front. And one more wind up, back into mountain pose. Take a moment as you get there, feeling your body a little more stimulated through the spine and back. Take a moment to breathe, reaching up through the crown. Spread your toes and just gently side to side with our windmill. Feeling that twist action through the spine all the way from the bottom up through the crown. Take a moment, breathing. Keep the weight on both feet evenly. And just relax as you go to each end of the circuit a little bit deeper. And then back to the center and the backstroke and swimming. Get the shoulders working. Take a few breaths. Just relax the shoulders. Let the whole body move with that motion. And then both arms up, coming up on the opposite foot so that you're stretching with one side flat. And then bring the other arm up and stretch that side. So the side you stretch stays flat, the other heel comes up, letting that stretch maximize. Down again, let's do it one more time. Stretching one side and then the other. And then both arms up, clasp your fingers, press the palms toward the ceiling. Pull the hands back a little bit and lift your heart. Stretch out through the palms, pushing into those fingers. Inhale up, switch the clasp, and again press it out. And another back bend, lifting your heart, pushing out through your hands. And back up, arms still by your ears. Keep pivoting forward, push it out. Sitting bones back and crown forward. And then inhale back up and release. Take a moment, shoulders back and down. Let your arms relax and bring them up to shoulder level. Bend the elbows, fingertips together. And then pull back with your elbows and rejoin your fingers. And then pull all the way back behind you, well, as far as it wants to go, and back to the center. So remember, personal practice, what's right for you, but keep the elbows shoulder level. And again, all the way back and together. Little movement, and then all the way. And release. Feel those shoulders, circle them around, and release any tension. And one arm out, palm to the ceiling, arm over your shoulder, bend the elbow, fingertips over your opposite shoulder. Hold the elbow right above your shoulder and turn it to the back, and then fingers down on your shoulder. Take a moment, letting that arm go up, and bring the other hand to the middle of your back. Just take a moment there, core activated with those ribs toward your spine and up, and the elbows coming toward each other. And then release, and back into mountain pose. Bring the opposite arm out, palm to the ceiling, hand over your shoulder, bending the elbow, turn it toward the back. Elbow down or elbow up, hand down on your shoulder. And again, just bring the other hand to the middle of your back. It's kind of a modified cow's head. Arms, not all the way as deeply as that cow's head does. And then release and back into mountain pose. Again, shoulders circle a couple of times, just letting everything relax. And then let's step wide. Turn your toes slightly out. And then bend your knees. Keep the back straight. And bring the arms out, palms to the ceiling. Bend your elbows into goddess position. So your whole body is straight up and down, sitting bones straight toward the floor, crown right above it. And your heels and base of the toes, ball of the foot area are supporting you evenly. And then just sink maybe a little deeper. Make sure those knees don't go beyond your toes. And just let those elbows come back maybe a little bit further. Take a breath. Sink a little deeper. And again, just go as deeply as your body feels right. Don't overwork the knees. And then straightening, come back down and into mountain pose. Take a moment there, just feel your body, bring your hands to your heart. Look at your hands and inhale them up. Thumbs behind you as you gaze at your thumbs, lifting your heart. Swan dive forward, pivot on over, all the way down into ragdoll. Hands up under your knees on your shins or halfway up stretch. Spread your toes, lengthen your spine, elbows, knees, spine, everything straight. Make sure that chin doesn't go forward. You want to have that neck stretch. And then bending your knees, come to the floor, and we'll go into our child pose transition. Forehead toward the floor, relax your arms down, and forehead toward the floor. Feel that whole spine lengthening. Just breathe into it. Exhale and relax. And then inhale and come up into staff position. Legs out to the front, heels pressing away, toes pulling back, backs of the knees toward the floor as much as they want. Core activated. Remember those sitting bones are slightly behind you or elevated on a book or block or blanket. Crown to the ceiling, shoulders above your hips. And warming up our outside of the hip, let's bring that foot to your opposite thigh and let it relax all the way down. Let it release through that outside of the hip joint. Again, remember, don't push with your hands on the leg, just relax it. You can add the weight of your hands, but nothing more, just gently, no resistance. Bring the leg over to the side if you want a little bit easier opening through that hip. Take a breath, just let it relax, exhaling tension. And then bring the foot and knee into your hands or pull with your arms wrapping around and pull the leg in and rotate side to side. So get that hip joint lubricated, working a little bit easier for you. Higher or closer if you love it, but don't overdo. And then release and feel the difference. So yeah, balance your body, bring that other leg up and down to the floor. So again, a little extra weight with your hands or not, your choice. Or you can bring the leg further over for a little bit easier opening, but keep the knee and toes up on that leg out in front, whether it's to the side or straight out. Exhale, just let that knee keep coming as far toward the floor as it wants to go today. Breathe into it. Exhale any hip tightness and relax. And again, bringing your foot and knee into your hands, moving it side to side, pulling it in closer if you like. And if that's really easily working for you, even higher if you want. And again, just feel what's going on through your hip joint. Don't overdo it. Always personal practice. And then release. Foot back out to the front. And sure, let's do our butterfly. Knees out, clasp under your toes and pull those heels closer. See how those knees do going toward the floor today. Different days, different amounts, remember. Don't overdo. Sitting bones behind you, crown high, just relax the legs and give a little release with those hands under your shoulders and a little pressure into the hands, letting that thigh area release, maybe a little bit more. Chest forward and up, lengthen through your spine. Just breathe and release. Hands back to the center. Lift your knees, bring your legs out in front. Take a moment and breathe and come up. Oh, let's go into child's pose again. So hips back to your heels, hands palms up, forehead down. Take a breath, bring your knees together for a little extra low back stretch if you want. And don't forget to relax. And then bring your hands out to the front, to the sides of the mat. Pivot up, bring your knees out toward the sides, and sink your hips back toward your heels. Elbows down, and we'll swim our frogs. So keep your hips low, and bring your body forward, and then slide back. Feel the shoulders work as you do that. Feel the hips. Feel what's going on in your body. Sinking the hips toward the heels and then sliding the chest forward toward your hands. Take a breath. Just let everything relax through the whole body. And then bring the elbows and hands in and the knees in into what would be table position, but with your elbows on the floor under your shoulders. So the hips are above the knees, the elbows and shoulders are lined up. And then slide slightly forward, bring your chest down and back. And slide again forward. Puppy, you can bring the chest toward the floor if you want to. Just working the hips, working the shoulders, just gently. And exhale and relax as you do it. And then as you come back, hips over your heels. Bring your hands under your shoulders and slide your legs back. We're going to drop all the way onto our bellies into resting crocodile. Head to one side, shoulders down. Just totally relax those shoulders. Exhale, turn your head to the other side. Let the neck release a little bit more. And then bring your forehead to the floor, elbows in toward your hips or your waist, and hands right next to your head. We're going to go into a little Sphinx position. So inhale, face forward, crown up. Tuck your chin back toward your chest and your shoulder blades down toward your waist. Pull your elbows back toward your hips and lift your heart. Crown toward the ceiling. Stretch those legs back hip width apart. No pressure in your legs. So just let your spine do the work, rising up all the way to the crown. Take a moment and breathe. Feel your body. And exhale all the way down. And then again, relax your hips. Hands still next to your face. Elbows in. And another inhale, face forward, crown up. Tuck the chin. Chest forward and up, crown to the ceiling, shoulders, shoulder blades toward your waist. Nice stretch through your Sphinx. And then as you stretch that spine apart, exhale and turn toward one side. Feel your body in the twist. Let that hips come slightly up as you turn toward it. Exhale and relax into the twist. Take a breath. Exhale back to the center. And exhale back down. Take a moment breathing. Just relax. Hands by your head. Elbows into your sides. And again, relax your neck. Turn your face as you inhale to the front. Crown up. Tuck that chin back toward your chest as you bring the chest forward and up. And the shoulders and shoulder blades down toward your waist. Remember, not a lot of pressure in your hands. Just allowing your spine to do the work, stretching that spine apart so you can twist to the other side. Exhale, and again, look to the opposite direction, lifting that hip slightly. Take a breath. Exhale into it, deepening as much as you would like. Breathing and relaxing. And again, stretching and breathing. Exhale, turn back to the center. And once again, lower those ribs and spine and forehead to the floor. Take a moment there. Hands under your shoulders and press back. And again, into child pose. Take a moment to breathe, stretching, just relaxing everything. Tension out. And then inhale up and bring your legs out to the front, all the way to the end of the mat. So sitting bones slightly behind you as always, core activated, spine stretching up straight. And we're going to exhale and slowly roll to the floor. So slowly bring your sacrum down and your ribs and your shoulder blades and your shoulders and your body. And just take a moment as you get there to relax completely on the floor. Feet hip width apart, shoulders down, hands palms down at your sides. We're going to bend the knees, bring the back of your body onto the floor and draw the heels right next to your sitting bones. Knees straight up, and we'll do a bridge. So press your feet evenly into the floor, hands palms down at your sides, and press back to the bed. As you inhale, bring your hips straight up. Remember, make sure those knees aren't spreading apart. Keep them right above your ankles. Come onto your shoulders, and then a little higher onto the tops of your shoulders as you work up onto it. But remember, don't go on your neck. So make sure your head and shoulders support you along with your feet. Lift those hips up as high as they want to go. Take a moment breathing, lifting, and pressing into your feet. Feel the bridge, lift it maybe a little higher. And then releasing your shoulders and shoulder blades and ribs and back to the floor. Feel your body. Notice what it's doing. Exhale any tension. And then bring your arms to T position, palms up or down. And we'll press the back down and lift the feet. Keep the knees next to each other as you roll the feet or the knees over to one side and turn your head toward the opposite side. Shoulders down, head relaxed, whole body relaxing into your twist. So hands, palms up or down, your choice. Just keep those shoulders down. Let the knees go as far toward the floor as your low back wants in a twist. Pad if you need to. Turn your head for your neck area twist only as much as your neck needs. And make sure those shoulders stay down so that whole middle back twists. Take a few breaths there, staying in that position. Or if you want a little bit more, bring your knees up toward your elbow and your feet out toward your hands. Go as deeply only as your body wants. Take a breath. Exhale. And then heels back toward your hips. Roll onto your back and bring your feet to the floor. Straighten it out and we're going to twist, of course, to the other side. Hands, palms up or down, back pressing down, feet up off the floor, knees above your hips, rolling over to the opposite side. Turn your head and look at that opposite arm. Again, going only as far as your back wants to go, your neck wants to go. Exhale any tension, just relaxing the shoulders down toward the floor. Hands, palms up or down, either way. Exhale and relax. Stay there, or go a little deeper with that low back part of the twist with your knees toward your elbow, or your feet out toward your hands. And again, only as much as your body wants. You can have pillows under that leg area, knee area if you need to. Take a moment to breathe and relax as much as your twist wants to do today. Exhale and just relax a little deeper. And then heels toward your hips. And again, rolling onto your back. Bring your feet to the mat. Slide it out into corpse position. Getting ready for our relaxation. So take a moment and breathe. You can stay there in corpse position or bring your arms out, bending the elbows on the floor and fingertips up above your head on the floor. Goddess arms. And then if you want, again, bring your feet together and your knees out toward the sides for a little goddess position for your relaxation. So go ahead and let your body relax whichever position you're in, sinking a little further into that surface beneath you. Little space under your low back is fine. Move your head side to side, relax your neck, shoulders down. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Let your whole lower body soften and sink along with your arms and shoulders. Soften your belly and just deepen into your relaxation. Allow your body to keep sinking, growing heavier into that earth surface beneath you, and just relax completely. And as you do, let your body go from your awareness. No need to think of your body at all. Let it relax on its own. And as you release thoughts of your body, letting the earth support you, letting it go. Just let the thoughts coming to you go as well. As you release thoughts of your body, you know that other thoughts will come to your mind. Just let them go as easily as your breath, floating away without attention. Thoughts flowing in and flowing out. No need to pay attention to the content, to the past, to the future. Just let the thoughts flow as your breath flows in and out, relaxing you completely, deepening your body into that earth support, and releasing into the peace deep within. Take a few moments just being peace. And of course, keep relaxing as long as you'd like today. If it's time though to get ready for the rest of your day, just begin drawing energy and awareness with the breath back to the moment, to the room, to your body. Breathing more deeply, begin moving your body gently, however feels good for you. If you're in goddess position still, bring your knees toward each other, back up. Press your back down, draw your knees, heels toward your hips, and your knees up toward your heart as you stretch your body and give yourself that appreciative yoga hug today. Appreciate your body's work in yoga today and the work your body does for you every day. And when you're ready to release, head and feet to the floor, roll to the side, and sit back up, getting ready for whatever's ahead for you today. Thanks for joining me.